Most beginners think that defense in sword fighting is about just staying safe, just being passive, just waiting. But that results in you getting hit right away because you're giving room, an opportunity for your opponent to actually hit you. In real sword fighting, defense is about stealing the initiative from your opponent and striking them back right away, just right after your defense. So defense is not just about tanking the hits from your opponent, just blocking. That's why the defense in sword fighting is always active, it's proactive, just like your attacks. But defense is not like a turn-based combat. You use defense when you're fighting. You don't use it when it's only like the initiative of your opponent. You can steal that initiative or just attack yourself. So just defending is a slow way of getting killed in sword fight. If you don't know me, I'm Michael Kozi and my mission is to help guys just like you start sword fighting from zero. And if you're a gamer, that's even better because you'll understand it right away. I'm here with my sister. Say hi. So before we go to our video, I want to mention my school community, which is about getting real help from me, my accountability, and my own personalized feedback on your sword fighting form. So check out the link in the description. So my first point is that defense isn't about blocking, it's about counter attacking. So the basic thing about defense is about stealing the initiative from your opponent. Try to hit me to the head and redirecting that attack. Don't be scared. So defense isn't just static positions. It's movement. It's getting out of the way. So a real parry consists of defending from the strike, try to hit me, and doing your own response right away after the defense. Because the opponent doesn't have always the time or tempo to renew his attack, try to hit me. So you just redirect his attack through the parry. So the basic parry is about intercepting your opponent's blade with your own and then redirecting, of course, his attack or manipulating his blade to not reach your body. So stopping his tempo and then attacking yourself. It's not a counter attack per se, it's a riposte because counter attacking would be you attacking into your opponent's attack, which isn't what we're talking about right now. So waiting for your turn in sword fight, staying passive is the easiest way to lose, to get hit, because if you focus only on staying passive and worst of all freezing in one place, then you'll get hit even when you're trying to defend yourself. Right? Yes. So remember about movement. Remember about taking the initiative back because it's not all about just baiting your opponent to attack you so you could defend and parry riposte, but it's about consistently lying to your opponent about your own intention. One exchange could be about you staying passive and striking back after a parry. Another exchange could be you taking the initiative right away and attacking the opponent yourself. It's all about the mind games, of course, but defense is about knowing the intention of your opponent and reacting accordingly. So knowing to also focus on footwork, so the measure. So one thing I should mention also is that gamers think that they have to wait for the perfect parry window, just like in games. But in real life, it's not all about just that. You have to also take the initiative and also offensively try to attack your opponent. Of course, knowing the tactic and the actual footwork you need to reach your opponent. So don't focus only on defense in sword fighting, because as I said time and time again, your opponent would know your intentions to always stay passive, so he would use it against you. So that's why my next second point is that you defend with your feet. Footwork and measure is the most important thing in defense in an actual sword fight. So you can't stay in one place hoping to parry each attack, parry and riposting, because if your opponent will get to you very close, then you will don't have the time to parry each attack of your opponent. That's why the feet is the most important thing in defense. So about creating the distance to your opponent when you're trying to parry him. So try to attack me to the head. So when you defend, you always try to also increase the distance to your opponent. So you give yourself more time to react and to actually keep the safe distance to your opponent. So you don't always have to get out of his reach or her reach. It's all about controlling the safe distance where you feel on the edge of safeness and danger. So what I mean is that there is a possibility that your opponent could attack you with moving forward. That's what he will try to do. He will try to decrease the distance to attack you. That's why you as a defender, as the one who tries to steal the initiative back, you of course try to increase the distance. But the most common beginner mistake in this situation will be for you to start running away always from your opponent. No, defending by distance means that you control the exact distance that you need to stay safe and to still have an opportunity for a riposte. So try to attack me. In this instance, as you could see, when I tried to parry my opponent, I also did a one fencing step to the back to keep myself safe, but also not to get out completely of my own reach, because my attack would be then too short to actually try to hit my opponent back. The most important thing that you as a beginner could get out of this one video is that feet is your best friend in this situation when you're attacking, but also when you're defending from your opponent. Defense is all about stepping back or stepping offline and then countering your opponent by your own attack. So in other words, movement is your safest way of defense and also your best way to countering your opponent right away. Like it's the fastest way. So my next point is something that you as a gamer probably already know about, is that parrying or defense in sword fighting is about stealing the initiative yourself. So as I said earlier, defense is not about just static blocking, just holding your block here or your guard. It's about creating an opportunity to hit your opponent back. So you have to think about your opponent's attack as a way of, I'm not blocking you, I'm redirecting your attack and stealing the chance to actually hit you back. That's what it's all about. Try to hit me to, I don't know, to my left side. That's the easiest example I could present to you, is that when my sister tried to attack me, I know I'm not having a mask, so she holds back. But for this lesson, it's understandable. I parried while keeping my distance and redirecting her own attack, creating my own attack of it. I know that in games, it's somewhat a turn-based combat. Of course, not always, because some of the opponents will try to attack you more times. So they will renew their own attack even if they leave themselves open. But that's what I mean. When they attack first and you parry it successfully, so try to attack me, that's the moment when they create an opportunity to hit them back. They leave themselves exposed because in this moment they completely committed to their attack. So now to actually renew the attack, she would have to take her sword a bit back and then strike again or from the other side. But in this instance, that's where our chance is to actually riposte ourselves. So right now she lost her tempo to hit me one more time. So to hit me one more time, she will try to maybe attack once again from that same side. But when I parried the first attack, that's all I need to attack her directly. Sword fighting defense is all about using your opponent's tempo against them. So when they commit to their attack, it's the moment, try to parry. That's the moment when I myself in this situation leave myself open because that she has a better way of just attacking me right away and even closing herself up with her own attack if I will try to renew my own attack. My fourth point is that why defense looks different in HEMA. So in real life, defense is fast, aggressive, and sloppy. It's not all about perfect iframes or perfect parry windows. It's about angles. It's about manipulating your opponent's sword with your own sword. It's not about pure strength. It's about structure and agility to use your opponent's tempo against them. So try to attack me one time from your high guard. Yes, to my head. One more time, for example. So as you could see, I used the strength of my opponent's attack against her with a swift parry, sidestep, and my own riposte. It's not about the strength. I haven't used the strength to beat her blade to the side. I used her own strength to redirect her attack. So use her own tempo and swiftly attack back. So sword fighting defense is about angles, edges, and most of all, timing. Of course, we have to properly react to our opponent, but to react properly, we also have to keep the distance, which will be for us somewhat safe, but also where our opponent could also commit to their attack. And listen, it won't click for you instantly. The thing about sword fighting defense is that you have to practice it to actually get it. At the beginning, you will always mess up, just as I was messing up around 2.5 years ago when I was just only starting out HEMA journey. So my advice for you is that you don't lose hope. It's all about constant practice. It's about constant sparring and trying different things out. If you have problems with your defense, I would suggest for you to record yourself when you're sparring with someone. That way you will actually learn and see where you're messing up because in a chaos of sword fighting, you don't see what you're doing wrong. Like, not always as a beginner. So, looking at yourself from some clip, you will start to see that maybe you're messing up your footwork, so you don't keep the safe distance. Maybe you don't see the proper angle to parry with your sword. and many more mistakes. But that's how you stop just thinking about sword fighting and you actually do it. You become a practitioner of sword fighting that way. My next point is how weak culture lied to you. In movies, in Hollywood, in games and anime, sword fighting defense specifically is shown to us to be about ducking or avoiding in some weird angle the attack of your opponent. But in real life, it's impossible. I mean, of course, it's possible to duck from your opponent's attack if you know she will go with a perfect horizontal attack. But that's not how defense works. Defense in sword fighting is all about properly merging your reaction, your structure, your movement, and your own attack into one. It's not about just staying passive. It's not about just reacting. If you wait, you lose. If you only just react, you lose. If you hesitate, you lose. But if you take the initiative to actually defend the attack and strike back, that's how you win. Real sword fighting defense requires of you to have courage, initiative, and staying present. So everything that modern society tries to beat out of young men. So if you like the things that I'm talking about in this channel about courage, honor, sword fighting, masculinity, then you can check out the link in the description, which is my private community called From Gamer to Swordsman. Inside, the backbone of the whole community is my longsword program for total beginners. So if you starting out your own sword fighting journey from total zero without any experience, then that's the perfect place for you. And if you're a gamer, that's even better because you'll understand these techniques way faster than the normal guy. But of course, most of men inside of it are just casual people. I already helped 10 guys inside of this community. Inside the Longsword Beginners program, I explain basic knowledge. I explain how to attack, how to defend with your sword, what gear you actually need as a total beginner, and how not to actually waste your money on advanced gear that you don't need for now. All of my initial skill, around 80% of my total skill, comes from just padded longsword with a fencing mask and constant sparring. Also, it's a community of guys who are helping each other out, giving feedback, giving their own knowledge. And also, through that, you can also access my own personalized help. All you need to do is just click the link in the description, join the community, and ask for feedback. Because that's the thing that everyone needs in this journey. And I really believe it. So if you're starting out HEMA, that's the perfect place for you. Go and check out the link in the description. And also check out my sister's Instagram called Retro Sakura. So go there and subscribe to her Instagram also. So yeah. And remember, always take the initiative.